All right. So we're going to talk about the different the different herbs, the different Ayurvedic herbs. All right. These are all Bliss Ayurveda herbs. Which one are we going to do first? We're going to do my favorite one first. It might. It's called Prostacare. I always is that it? Prostabliss. Prostabliss. And they also yeah. No, wait a minute. See, I knew you'd go there. I knew you'd go there. Prostabliss. And Prostabliss is, obviously the idea is that it was designed for the prostate. And the tin said that if you're over 50, you should take it for a month, a couple times a year. So all right, so I'll take it. And I took it, and I realized, I mean, to me it was like, it's almost named wrong because it does so much. I mean, I felt like it fed the vital essence of the body. Like in Chinese medicine, they talk about the pot, the steam pot, the boiling water is in the pelvis, and then the steam boils up and feeds the whole body. It like feeds that. So when the tin was around, he came here, I told him that, and he said, oh yeah, it does all that. But he said, just, a lot of people want something for the prostate, and so they call it that. But it's an amazing product, and I take it all the time now. And not for my prostate. I mean, that's just the side effects as far as I'm concerned. If it's doing that some good.
What would you say it's good for both sexes?
I don't think so.
Oh,
Just for men.
Okay.
Yeah, just for men.
I would use Vital Care for women.
Yeah,
The same thing.
Vital Care is another one. And Vital Care, I take it too, because it feeds that whole vital essence. And to me, vital essence is like there's a part of every physiology that feels like it needs to be fed, but food won't feed it. That's what gets fed by Vital Care, Anything else on Vital Care for women, perhaps, or
I love it.
you take it?
Yeah.
Yeah. How's it make you feel?
I was feeling a bit depleted coming out of winter, and I even with my hikes, I noticed like I really wasn't having much power. And I took it, and in less than a week, it was like I go faster, longer. It was like I had gas in my tank.
Yeah.
And I could access it.
It makes you feel stronger.
It was just
on
amazing.
a very deep level of your
Yeah.
being. It makes you feel stronger. Yeah. Yeah.
I think it strengthens Apanavata, which is that downward energy too.
Yeah.
Because it connects you more to that core.
Yeah. That makes sense. Is that the one with Shilajit in it?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Shilajit, it's an amazing thing. It's a tar that oozes out of certain rocks in the Himalayas. You can find it other places in the world, but mostly Himalayas. And it's like this panacea. I know when I was in India years ago, I saw an Ayurvedic doctor there. He's very wise, considered enlightened guy, doesn't practice anymore. But he said, take this every day. And he says, if people take this every day, you'd never get diabetes. It just, again, feeds the essence. And Shilajit is good for different things. But I take it in Vital Care. I take two other products. I take what's it called?
Blissful Men.
Blissful Men. And it kind of does the same thing. It's for men, and it's supposed to build the body and be good for, muscle tone and fat loss or whatever for men, And I like it. Works for me. I take it,
They call it like a natural anabolic steroid. I mean, it can be used like that is the point. Like it's that building quality in the body.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. And then another one that's really popular for men and women is Peaceful Mind. I'll tell you my story about Peaceful Mind. Is I took it and I was like, I don't notice anything different in my mind, so I stopped taking it. And then when I went and saw Nitin, he took my pulse and he said, well, oh no, you should be taking Peaceful Mind. And I said, well, I didn't notice anything. He said, well, your lower back gets stiff sometimes. I said, yeah. He said, that's because the vata, the agitation in the mind, what's the name of it?
Pranavata.
Pranavata settles down into the lower back. But if you take Peaceful Mind, it'll calm that down. And sure enough, I started taking it, and the lower back pain, I don't get that stiffness anymore. So these things work, But I was looking in the wrong place.
Mm-hmm.
It was really interesting. because of the name, you know. Yeah, that's the neat thing about all these herbs is you take them and boom, they make a difference right away, you know. Some of I always thought Ayurvedic herbs were something you take for months and then it has an effect, but it happens so slowly you don't notice. Not with these things. You take them and a few hours later you can feel they did something. What else? What other
Well,
ones?
I like Peaceful Mind. I mean, I noticed he gave it to pretty much everyone because I think our lifestyle is very pranavata aggravating. I mean, it's like so many different levels of stimulation and, etc. But it's important to know that digestion and the nervous system both are completely vata and nervous system, you know, um, related. So Peaceful Mind is a really good thing for, like you said, many.
Yeah, and Vata agitation is pretty much epidemic.
Tonal quality of our world.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yeah. What other products?
I love the digestive ones too. I mean, I like them a lot. Digestive Bliss, it's like if you have a tendency towards vata digestion, which would be like more of a gas and bloating type of thing. And then there's also Acid Guard, which is more like if you have a tendency towards heartburn or acidic digestion, more of a pitta thing. And you can take them, pretty much if you have an extreme digestion after every meal, and if you have just minor one, like if you overate or you ate the wrong thing or you're experimenting, like we're all doing now, and something isn't sitting right. Those are really great. I like them a lot.
I have Acid Guard around the house, and if you ever overeat or eat the wrong thing or something, and if you take it, it works.
It does.
It
really
works better than Tums.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It's really good, and if you're traveling, as we all do, it tends to happen. So I just like to have them around. And then the Triphala too. I mean, I like it a lot. For traveling, it's lovely to talk about. But if you have constipation or you tend towards irregular movements, it's incredibly good.
What's it called?
Triphala Max.
Triphala Max. I asked Nitin about that one.
Yeah.
So they said, "What? Isn't it just Triphala?"
Mm-mm.
Yeah, it's not. Go ahead.
It's a special kind. Well, there's Triphala. Triphala is like a traditional remedy with 3 particular herbs in it, and one of them, the Haritaki, is a particular strength of Haritaki. Like it's a tree. The legend says that if you just sit under it, you'll get like Varechana, which is like purification of the bowels. So it's just a particularly strong and type of Haritaki in the Triphala. But then he also added fennel and rose, which are both really soothing. Fennel is a little bit more towards, both Pitta and Vata. And then the rose is very cooling. So it's really preventing against agitation at all.
And that's the thing, is that they process these herbs properly according to ancient tradition. I know Naomi was talking about, she went to a conference with all these Ayurvedic practitioners there, and they're like, okay, we'll buy that herb, buy that herb, buy that herb, and mix them up, and then we got the same formula. And it's just not true, because it's all in the preparation. And at Bliss Ayurveda, they're really diligent about doing it properly. It's amazing how many people just shortcut it or aren't even aware that makes all the difference in the world.
I also really like the idea or the reality of the level of freshness and attention they pay and where they're getting their herbs from and like when it's harvested and how they then make it.
One simple test to do, to take one of those, bite into it, tastes like herb. There's some of the biggest herb companies in the United States, Ayurvedic herb companies, and some of these major well-known practitioners use it amazingly. If you take those herbs and bite into them, they taste like chemicals. And they use chemicals to extract the herb out of the plant. It's a cheaper way to go, but then you're ingesting chemicals. It's amazing, really.
A lot of the practitioners do use the powders and they mix their own formula and people take them. And if you just look at the difference, it's like just like going to the farmer's market and seeing organic produce or going to like Walmart or something. It's like glows, It's so different, the quality. It's good.
We looked long and hard, until we found Bliss Ayurveda. I feel really good about it. So far,